is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Lots of earnings after the close tonight. You are responsible for your own happiness. Happiness never comes from outside of you. If you put your happiness in someone else's hands, they can always take it away. Happiness can only come from inside of you and as a result of your love. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We get the Dow Industrials down 5, NASDAQ up 2, S&P's up 2, gold contract trading up $1.70 at $12.43 an ounce. Silver flat at $16.29 an ounce. Platinum up $5.50 at $9.27 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.71 a pound. Light sweet crude down 45 cents, $46.86 a barrel. Bonds, 10-year note flat, 126.02. 30-year bond up 5 ticks, 154.03. King dollar down 473 ticks, trading at 94.15. The euro's at 116 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 112 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you got? You get another all-time high. You get no volume. You get all of the above. Bottom line, SPY is at 247.25. You'd have to get back inside this 245.01. That's where we had broken out from last Friday. Bottom line, we'll see how this shakes out. You get 28 million shares trading out here today inside the Dow Industrials. That's anemic volume. People are buying it up, and there's no one in the store. That never ends in a good way, folks. Dow Industrials, sideways move, you down $2. We are at 21,637, 21,535. We'd have to get under that number. Now, your NASDAQ composite and the NDX. This is where the action's going to be after the close out here. We have the composite up $4. We're at 63.89. That would have to get into 63.41. So you're $50 above that point. That being said, NDX 100 a little bit different. A lot different, actually. The NDX 100, we're at 59.18, and the number is 58.97. If we go into the futures, what you're going to see is that we're right at the number. The number is actually teetering in the futures. The number in the futures is 59.07. We've been as high as 59.38 today. We has been as low as 58.97. Right now, you're at the 59.20. And what I expect you are going to see is that you're going to see some high volatility coming into the close, as well as the 15 minutes from 4 to 4:15. The reason being is that we have Microsoft that's coming out with numbers. Microsoft will move that futures market, right? Microsoft's flat right now, trading at a price point of $73.90. What's going to be interesting is ISRG. Now, Intuitive Surgical, folks, is also coming out. You just it doesn't say, well, it says after the market, but sometimes they come out before 15, other times they don't. Intuitive Surgical is a stock that can gap up $30 or $40 or gap down 30, 40 in a heartbeat. So that is going to, if that comes before the 4:15, you'll see those futures moving in a big way. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here, folks. Rejected, lower price once again. Goes topside, has the force behind the move. We've done 258,000 contracts in gold. We're at 1243. This baby's coming into 227, so that's a good showing. You get 258 versus 227. Gold contract wants to make its way up to this 1260 mark. We go take a look at the silver market. Same type of setup inside the silver market. I want to see a better bid coming into silver, but silver has done the contract volume today. We've done 82,000 contracts. We're at $16.29. And silver out here, yeah, you're coming into 94,000 contracts. It's not bad. 94 versus 82 today. It's not bad. What I would like to see is the $16.30 is a good number to get inside. Right now, we're not inside. We're at $16.29. Notes and bonds, they continue to higher price. These babies just want higher price, low yield. The 10-year note, we've done 1 million contracts. Right now, you're only up 1 tick. It was been as high as up 7 ticks. U.S., the 30-year out here, 227,000 contracts, also good contract volume. That wants to trade up to the 157.06. And King Dollar, this just doesn't stop, folks. King Dollar's got crushed out here today. It's moved a full penny. The high out here today was 94.980. The low was 93.890. You've done 47,000 contracts. Bottom line, this has been a one-way trade since January 3rd. You know, when you go back and look at this trade, you just pull this back a little bit. You're going to see is that election night. Let me pull it up this way. DX1. So there we go. Okay, so what you're going to see on the dollar is that election night, the dollar went down to 95.900, then took off like a rocket ship simultaneously. Just hit that quickly, took off like a rocket ship. The first week it closed at 99. 6 weeks later, it was at a high of 103. And guess what? We went from 103 down to 94. There's a couple of different things there. What that's about, folks, guess what? We're not going to get any legislations out here, period. Tax cuts, all of the above. Market, dollar saying, no way, Jose. So what's cool about this is that we'll see if the dollar is right in the next few months. My suspicion is that it is right. The reason being is just not the dollar. What you also had out here is that you've had the bonds do the move also. Bonds turned around. If we look at this bond market, what you're going to see, and money talks, and the rest of it just walks, folks. When we take a look at this bond market, what you're going to see is the same type of situation. Bond market went from 164 to 155 in a heartbeat, got all the way down to 147, and right now the bond is also back to that 155 level. What's going to be intriguing, of course, is that the S&Ps aren't even close. S&Ps are at highs. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now, a flat. NASDAQ is up 7. S&Ps are up 2.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Trading is different than investing, but the opportunity to take advantage of short-term trends is only one if you get the direction right. Direction leveraged and inverse ETFs offer bold trades on U.S. and international stocks and bonds. Direction leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now we're down 2. You get the Nasdaq up 5. S&Ps are up 2. Let's go take a look inside the market and see what we have happening out here, folks. Inside the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials out here putting positive numbers into it. You have Untitled putting 16 into it. Johnson & Johnson 9. Nike 7. Taken away from it. Home Depot's the big number. Negative 41. Travels negative 12. American Express negative 4. Inside the NDX 100, strength versus the weakness. The strength is Mylan Pharmaceutical up 2.9, Regeneron up 2.8, INC Way up 2.6, Skyworks up 2, and I believe Skyworks is coming out with numbers after the close. Yeah, they're coming out with numbers after the close today. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Heck, as we do each and every Tuesday and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, Andy does an outstanding show right here every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. Now, all the programming, folks, you can get right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com in your browser, hit Tiger TV on the right-hand side. You're going to get some great HD quality video. And as you're over to our website at TFNN, you can test drive Andy's newsletters. He has the Technomental Commodity Report, which is a weekly newsletter. You can test drive that 30 days absolutely free. He has Daily Essentials, which is a daily newsletter. Also test drive that for 30 days absolutely free. Andy Heck, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Yourself?
I'm good. You know, could you believe that the world is still totally obsessed with O.J. Simpson?
Oh, yeah. I just saw he got paroled. I know.
Yeah. Oh, they had it on every network.
Yeah. Really?
The whole hearing. It's unbelievable. Must-see TV.
Yeah. Well, someone just said in the den that I guess he's going to have a reality show.
Well, you know what? He said during the hearing he's moving down to you.
I know. That totally
he's
makes sense.
Nevada.
Listen, man, if you're not in Nevada, you might as well be in Florida.
Exactly. That's true. Tax-free states.
They're great states, folks, but we got it all, believe me.
You got it all. All right, so Super Mario Draghi seemed to say that tapering will start in the autumn today. And that was enough to knock the dollar on its head below 94 on the dollar index, steaming straight for that 91.88, man. This thing just does not look back, huh?
It doesn't, man.
No bounce in that market.
No.
And I got to tell you, Tom, tomorrow's Crazy Friday. And with the bonds kind of ticking up, with the dollar not just ticking down but falling down.
Right.
Crazy Friday. Gold and silver are building course. There's going to be a big move in these markets.
I agree.
I think you're going to come in. Silver's going to be $1 higher very shortly, even more than that maybe. Gold back up above 1260, heading for 1300. The flash crashes on June 26th and July 6th. I think they've made some people skittish about gold and silver. Maybe that'll even make the rally more dramatic.
Oh, I agree, and I would say that if you haven't been in this gold market for a long period of time, folks, you wouldn't be in it right now, because this is, you had to go through a lot of different cycles, to basically stay in this market, even coming off this bottom.
Well, it's another proof when you trade commodities, and gold and silver are commodities. It's another, when they looked absolutely terrible on July 10th, when gold got down to 1204,
sure.
Silver was down at 14 and a half. Just another example, another lesson that buying on price weakness in these markets, that you don't buy rallies, man. You got to buy weakness in these markets. And anyone who did buy down at around those levels, is kind of sitting pretty comfortably here. And I think they're going to be rewarded handsomely.
Oh, listen, we'll find out,
We'll find out. So let's go on to some other things. Natural gas, very small injection today, 28 BCF. That's small for this time of the year.
Yeah. It was under what they thought, right?
Right. Well, they were expecting 28 to 30, so it was close. The price has gone down a little bit. But, there's only 17 weeks to go in the injection season, and now we need 63 BCF on average a week to make a new record this year, and we need 60 and a half BCF to get above the 4 trillion mark. So this is not shaping up too badly for natural gas here, although it is not reacting today. Maybe we'll get a delayed reaction and we'll challenge that 312.20 area and get up to the 320. That's what seems to be going on there. Oil?
Well, just before we get on, they took it down good, didn't they? They took natural gas down good into the close today, folks. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's still above $3. So, and remember, just a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, it was down at 283.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So a little bit of a correction there, but as far as oil is concerned, trading around the $47 region. Inventories this week were very supportive for the price of crude. But there's still a lot of crude around. There's still a lot of U.S. production, so we'll have to see what happens over there. I continue to think $50 is the sweet spot for the crude oil. So we'll see. Well, there's really not much to do here if you're bullish to only 50. So
the thing is wild is that, I mean, really, when you look at oil and then you look at the dollar, it's like, man, why can't you catch a bid?
Well, there's a lot of fundamentals going on in oil that it's not. I think that the dollar,
there's too much oil.
Is going to weigh much more heavily when it comes to precious metals. They're much more dollar and interest rate sensitive than the oil is. Oil is so political. There's so many different pieces to that jigsaw puzzle.
Well,
but
it's priced in dollars.
I will tell you that the product prices have been highly supportive. Let's put up the crack spread charts here.
Okay.
Let's look at the heating, the gasoline crack spread, which has exploded higher and is close to highs. That means that demand for gasoline is pretty good these days. And the API and EIA both said that stocks fell by over 4 million barrels. That's another supportive factor. And then if you look at the heating oil, which is more of an off-season, that thing has exploded up to over $18, that crack spread. And we had draws of almost 3 million from the API, just over 2 million by the EIA. That's supportive for the crude oil because crude oil is the main ingredient in these products.
Sure, right.
So, and you're right, the dollar should weigh in there. But, look, the dollar, I think that all hell breaks loose if the dollar falls below 91.88. And I'll tell you that euro looks like it's steaming right to 120. And Tom, that puts it, that puts it under there.
Oh, it does. No,
Right.
there's
So,
no doubt.
I think we're going to have a lot of fireworks ahead, no question. With a dollar.
Let's just look at this for a second. So,
Sure.
What you have here, folks? Okay, I have the euro up right now. This is a decisive break of the whole consolidation that goes all the way back to February of this year. I mean, this thing. Oh my God, forget 120. This thing's got 134 written on it too, man.
Yes. I have the monthly chart up here, Tom, and it shows a total breakout to the upside on the euro. And you're right. I mean, on my chart, it looks like 140 could be the number.
That's intense, man.
Yeah.
You better get over, folks. Get over to our website at TFNN. Hit that Everbank banner.
Absolutely.
You can
Get some euros in your account.
Yeah, you can open those euro accounts, folks. No charge. Well, you put the money in there, of course, but no fees. Folks, stay right there. Andy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is up 2. Nasdaq's up 5. S&Ps are up 2.5. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 1. You get the Nasdaq up 6. S&Ps are up 2.5. We're talking with our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. We are talking commodities. We're talking markets. And, of course, don't forget, Andy's got a great show right here, folks, every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 to 6. Hey, you know what I saw out here today? So, Bungie, right?
Yeah.
Glencore, is looking to make a friendly maneuver into Bungie.
Yes.
And Bungie out here today is saying they're going to try to cut $250 million this year in expenses. They feel that we're close to the bottom of the commodity cycle. was
Yes.
kind of interesting reading it. It was like, okay, well, we'll see how this shakes out, but.
Well, they're predominantly in the grain sector, and they, we've been seeing some nice price action over there in the grains lately.
Right.
I mean, today we got another bit of a bounce. I mean, this dollar is also. We got to remember that the U.S. is the world's leading producer and exporter of corn and soybeans, and we're also a leading exporter of wheat. Although Russia is number one in terms of wheat right now, but. The weak dollar it makes our grain exports much more competitive on the world market. It's going to eat away at a lot of these inventories, and that's pretty bullish for the prices of grains in general.
Yeah.
So, remember, there was a double whammy in grains for the last couple of years. Not only did you have, bumper crops year after year since 2013, but you also had that dollar that took off, that blasted off in May 2014 and hit its high in January to the highest level since 2002. And that also weighed on the grain prices. But, we're seeing some nice action in soybeans today. They were up. The new crops up around $10.30 a bushel. Corn also came back a bit.
Yeah, corn
today.
was up 2%, right?
Yeah, wheat a little less, but wheat has done a lot of work, over the last couple of weeks. It was the leader. So the bottom line
what
is...
happens, Andy? So what happens now? So, I mean, do they start taking this in from the fields now? I mean, it's, into July almost, right?
Well, as far as the crop is concerned, it's been, the weather has not been as cooperative, and it doesn't look like the yields are going to be as big this year as they have been in past years. And as we've discussed many times, Tom, the world, because of population, 20 million more mouths to feed every single quarter.
Yeah. So do they take the crops down in August then? Is it August?
They'll take the crops down. They'll start like September. Each one is different.
I see. Interesting.
Wheat is late August, early September.
Okay.
Soybeans, September, October.
Oh, so we have a long time.
Corn is the latest one. That's why the active month, the new crop contracts in the soybeans is November.
Yeah.
In the corn is December, and in the wheat is September.
I see. Interesting.
And that tells you about the time of the year. But right now, we're still growing.
Okay.
They're still growing away. So very interesting action in those. Now, I think the other thing, when it comes, I'd like to go back to precious metals for a minute.
Cool. Yeah.
And I'm going to put up a chart here of the 30-year bond.
Yeah.
And we can see that, those two flash crashes. Oh, by the way, I have not received any word back from the CFTC. I told you I'd keep you posted.
Yeah.
No word back on my my continued bantering at them. In articles and through emails asking them what happened on June 26th and July the 6th. So no word back yet. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
But on July the 7th.
It'll be a cold day in hell, I suspect, when you get something. Yeah.
It's a little tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, totally.
July 7th, we saw a low in the bonds, a short-term low.
Yes.
And we have corrected nicely from there. And Tom, aside from the dollar, I think that the prospects for higher rates concerned precious metals markets, and the fact that the bonds are rallying, that really turbocharges or juices these markets. And I think that we're going to see a delayed reaction, and we're going to see, we're going to come in. I don't know whether it's tomorrow or next week. I think we're going to come in. Gold's going to be $20-$30 higher. Silver will be $1.20 higher. Platinum will be up at around $9.50, $9.60. I kind of feel that. I think these markets have built a lot of cause for a move like that, and it's getting overdue.
And folks, if we get that, right, it won't be just one day. Because Andy knows as well as I know, it's depending on how long you go back in these markets. You get a move like that, we'll get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 days like that. It will blow people's minds. I know.
And we're going to be up at 1,300 in gold or above. Yeah. We're going to be up at in the 18s on silver, and it could be off to the races. I really think.
Listen, I agree with you. I'm just trying not to get excited. I understand. It's
listen. There's still markets. Anything is possible.
Right.
Anything is possible.
And when you look, folks, when you look at the Fed fund futures rate, I have it up right now. The first time that it goes over 50% for the next short-term rate hike is not until March 21st. So, the money is placed that You know, we go to 43% on the December 13th meeting, but before that, it's 10%. It's 0% this month.
Let's also not forget. Let's take a step back. Where's the Fed funds rate? It's at 1.25%.
Right.
That's a very low level.
Oh, totally.
There are European rates,
Right.
negative 40 basis points.
Right.
This is an environment, and listen, the legislative agenda in the U.S. is not going through from the administration. They can't get health care through. We'll see what happens.
There's nothing that's going to happen.
Right.
You know,
They can't. They don't have the
That's
votes.
why the dollar's going down. I mean, you know.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, the dollar went up on optimism, and it's going down on reality.
I've been joking with all our tigers and tigers in the den. The way the peso's trading, folks, Mexico's going to build the wall and keep us out. The Mexican peso is stronger than it was after the election. So
you know, one thing that translates from physics to markets, and we see it very often, Tom. In physics, there's a law that says for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Sure.
And that's kind of what you're seeing in the peso. And that's why I think gold and silver have a chance to blast, because those flash crashes were massive selling events, very concentrated. But they took the prices down very hard. Gold almost $100 from the April 17th highs. Silver even more than that on a percentage basis.
And what that does, folks, what Andy's saying is it cleans out markets. So
it cleans
it's not
it
like,
nicely.
Yeah, it's not.
And you know what? You know what the other interesting thing is? On those dips, let's put this up there, because I find this really interesting. It sucked in some shorts in gold and silver because open interest actually went up. So some of the trend following systems went short with that. And, they'll be the first to get barbecued.
Well, what I found really interesting is that last Friday when the CTFC numbers come out, more folks had gone long the dollar index than it had in like 5 years. So
Dude,
it's
they're
like
buying the dip and spanking themselves now.
I suspect most of them are out now. You know.
Yeah. I mean, dollar index is ugly. I think there'll be some buying around the 93 to 92 level.
Oh yeah, there should be. I mean, listen, the whole way down. You know, bottom line, folks, you should get a counter trend bounce, but guess what? We haven't.
We haven't had. I mean, this thing has been one-way traffic, Tom.
Yeah.
One-way traffic. I mean, let's just put up the weekly chart because that's where it really looks. Let's see, the dollar index. It's just been one-way traffic since January. You know, any dip that you bought, it's like there's that old saying, today's lows are tomorrow's highs, right?
Yeah, and the dollar, that's what's happening then, no doubt.
Exactly.
No doubt.
Exactly. So, you know, maybe we'll get a counter trend bounce down at 92, somewhere like that. But right now, it looks like it's steaming forward, steaming lower, rather.
Yeah. Folks, right here, 5 to 6 o'clock tonight, I'm in Mr. Andy Heck. Great show. Just go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. And you have a great one, safe one. Of course, look for the show at 5 o'clock.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Back. Dow's down 5, Nasdaq's up 9, S&Ps are up 2. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2019, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. David White has just announced a new online course that he'll be premiering to his subscribers the evening of July 26th, The Next Wild Wild West of Computing. Machine learning will be the biggest growth area for tech companies in the next 10 years. Make sure you're ready to capitalize on that opportunity. With over 50 types of algorithms and growing, Dave White will tell you why there are so many areas for companies to apply this to their business to both sell and consume. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to either of Dave's newsletters, Path of Least Resistance and The Technology Insider, as well as get a 30-day money-back guarantee when ordering Timing the Trade charts. Don't miss out on the next Wild Wild West of computing as it premieres July 26th for all subscribers to Dave White Services. For all the details and to sign up today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. After the close, lots of numbers. One of the biggest ones, of course, is going to be Microsoft. Microsoft trading at its high, 74.21. That is going to be, and they're very quick. Let me just... Yeah, 9 minutes past FOA, that will come out. So that will affect the NQ futures, NASDAQ futures. Capital One's also coming out with numbers. That's at 16:05, so at 4:05. Capital One, let's see, Intuitive Surgical's coming up. CTAS is coming up, CTAS. That's after the market. That's at 126 right now. eBay is going to be at 415. eBay's, this is at $37. That's trading at highs too. Yeah, that's at highs too. It's going to be intriguing watching all these stocks are at highs and they're set up for perfection. SWKS. Now, Dave was talking about this on a show today. This is going to be pretty cool watching SWKS. This is right next to its high. The reason this one's going to be important is that it's going to be this is one of the larger Apple suppliers, folks. Okay, so bottom line is that we'll see if there's any orders in there for some big numbers, because Apple supposedly is coming out with their phone, in the fall. And the bottom line, you come out with the phone in the fall. Bottom line, those things should be getting made right now. And the way Apple is trading, Apple's having a tough time getting into the downdraft from the 9th of June. And the rest of these big NASDAQ stocks have blown that away. If we go over to Google and we take a look at Google, Google's grinding into it. The high in Google there is 984. You hit 975 today. The king of the road, Amazon's definitely over it. That would be 1,012. You're at 1,028. Facebook took it apart. Facebook's at all-time highs. Facebook really took it apart. Facebook went from 155 to 146. And actually, you go back to just June 12th, Facebook was 144. Now you're laying out there at 164. Tomorrow morning, another couple big numbers that are going to hit out here. General Electric, which has been a dog for a long period of time out here, where that General Electric's trading at $26. That looks like it's going to go after you get a high volume low out here, trading 26 to 19. It's intriguing. GE doesn't look like it has anything behind it. Honeywell, that also is going to be coming out with numbers. Honeywell's at 134. That's at its highs. That's selling off a bit coming off these highs today. And it had to test the 135, and it did that. It did it 3 times, actually. SLB, Schlumberger, that's coming out with numbers at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. That is off its high by $20. Schlumberger, you know, that's that. So Schlumberger's been testing the lows. Well, not the low, because the low's $59 and we went down to $64. So far, Schlumberger has rejected the $66. So, you know, some of these, Visa, is that coming out today after the close? Let me see. Yeah, Visa's after the close today, too. So Visa, also, look at all these, they're all at highs. Bottom line, Visa, what a one-way shot this was. $17 in 2010, 7 years later, $98, and let's see what kind of a dividend you get. Well, not much of a dividend, but that's quite an expansion in price, no doubt about that. MCO, this is Moody's. This is the research company. This is also at highs, 127. Yeah, so we'll see how the yin and the yang is. You know, some of them would likely break higher, some of them will break lower. But they're definitely priced for perfection out here. We go into the XAU and the HUI. You know, we were just talking about the gold contract itself. The XAU is trading at $82.99. 21 million yesterday. Yeah, we're going to need more volume. We get 21 million out here. You're at 83. We've hit 83.30. Still looks like it wants to go up to that 87, but I definitely want to see more volume in this market. Now, what we will get tomorrow, folks, is option expiration. So you're going to get volume in this market tomorrow. The Gold Bugs Index, what we did here yesterday, did 13 million. That needs volume, too. You're coming into 19 and 20 million. Yeah, it definitely needs volume. Let's take a look at the Barrick Gold ABX. ABX, which is the largest weighting structure. Oh, now this is a good setup. I like it. We needed this. Okay, so Barrick Gold is the largest weighting structure inside the GDX. And it's got, look at this, it's a small ABC up. Oh, this is subtle. This is pretty cool. Okay, so your A point on this is 15.25. Your B is 16.32. You get $1.25, so that's 17.02. This is good. Okay, so Barrick is a small ABC up. Took out the B point today. Newmont, this could be here right now. Newmont, yeah, this is good. Newmont's at 33.93. That's pushing the swing point with volume. We know that Royal Gold is already an ABC structure on the way up. That's at 83 right now, 30. This thing is on the way to its all-time high of, oh, this is even better, of 87, but the high is 87. Let me make sure of that. Make sure it's not 100. Yeah, it's 87. And the low of that high is 82.30. We're already into it by $1. That's really a positive indication. And this, Royal Gold, when we did this, folks, Royal Gold very well could be a much larger ABC up on a monthly basis, which is just really wild. That's, no, there it is. It is. That's right. This is the last high, because it is the high, the 100. The 100's back at 2012. Rheingold Resources. Let's take a look at Rheingold. Rheingold hasn't caught a bid yet. No. Franco-Nevada, FNV. Oh, this is nice. Franco-Nevada caught a bid, too. Okay, so Franco-Nevada is coming into its swing, 74.70. 490,000 shares there. We're already done 450. They can do 490. This is pretty good. This is real good. This is a good indication that as we do come into Friday, we get some action here. Now the GDX is going to need more. What's intriguing here, when I was just, I know that's right. What happens with the GDX? Well, we will see today. This is going to be pretty cool watching this. So watch this coming into the close. So GDX right now is 18.8 million. That's going to get juiced into the close. Because what you have is that you have the equities that I just brought up are part of the GDX. They do have some volume into them, and they're going to have to get that net asset value and the amount of shares. They got the net asset value right there, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, they do. So, right, if you want to see, if you're watching Tiger TV, and if you want to see how this is right at net asset value, when you're looking at it, there's two net asset values. You have one. It was the close, and then the other one says I NAV. That's the intraday net asset value, and you're going to see it right at it. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now down 12. Nasdaq's up 7. S&P's up $1. We'll be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, Butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. And next week, we are going to have a lot of the gold companies come out with earnings. So the hit from the dollar basically going down so dramatically, so fast, folks, will come in somewhat this quarter, but not as much it would come in next quarter. And what I mean specifically is this, is that if we go over, let's talk about the Canadian stocks for a second, and the Canadian dollar. The Canadian dollar in the last 3 months has gone from 136 to the U.S. dollar to 125. What happens there is that what's getting reported right now is going to be oh yeah, no, that's right, yeah. Well, this is going to hit it because we're talking about. Oh, sorry about that. I just got something in my eye. The June 30th, they'll be in there. They'll be in there, particularly in the Canadian stocks, because what happens is that the expenses versus they get paid in cash, their expenses are in the currency that they're dealing with. Meaning, up in Canada, they definitely their expenses are in Canadian dollar. And the Canadian dollar has got dramatically stronger, which, bottom line, that presents some problems. Now, let's go down to Mexico, because this is where this gets really interesting. The peso, because the peso has got so strong, there's some companies that'll really hurt. I mean, if you remember when I had Bob Archer on, the CEO of Great Panther. Now, they do business in Mexico. He was talking about the aspect. I asked him specifically about how this works, because when I had him on, that is when the peso was actually getting really weak. And what he explained, though, is that in his case, they are always hedged out in that aspect, so they couldn't take advantage of the way up. And bottom line is that now it's just now you get on the way down, they should be all right. But if companies are not delta neutral like that, and delta neutral would mean, folks, that whatever country that you're doing business in, I think it probably has more to do with Mexico than it has to do with a lot of other countries, because I know the country, when you're up in Canada, their expenses are in Canadian dollar, which totally makes sense. I'm not sure in Mexico if, in fact, they're all hedged out to be delta neutral as much as they can. And what that would specifically mean is that they know they're doing business in U.S. dollars, and so they basically off that load so that their expenses try to stay as close to as even as possible. But it'll affect companies. There's no two ways about that. The intriguing thing, and see, that almost makes sense why Royal Gold actually is some of the strongest out there, because Royal Gold is a U.S. company, does business in U.S. dollars, and wants to be paid in U.S. dollars. So this is where this gets really interesting. There's nothing behind, and that's off the royalty, folks, is off the gross price, and that makes a difference. So that's not coming out with the numbers until the 10th of August. Franco-Nevada, another royalty company, that comes out the 8th of August. Now, Franco-Nevada, that's why that's getting a little bit weaker. I'm not sure. That's not bad. But it is surprising that Franco-Nevada now has been weaker than Royal Gold. Franco-Nevada has been a much stronger stock for a huge amount of time, too. I mean, you're talking as far as I've covered it, which is, 13, 14 years. After the closeout here, you can expect high volatility, folks. Microsoft MSFT, that's coming out at 409. You get Intuitive Surgical. You get Visa. You get Athenahealth, Skyworks, Capital One. Stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now down 21. NASDAQ is up 3. S&Ps are flat. We're going to be right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. We got lots of numbers coming out. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Create the perfect relationship between you and your body. Treat your body with all love, honor, gratitude, and respect. When you make it a goal to adore your body and accept yourself completely, you learn to have the perfect relationship with anyone else you are with. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 28, Nasdaq up 4, S&P's flat, gold contract up $1.40 at $12.43, silver $16.29, platinum up $6, $9.27 an ounce, copper $2.71 a pound, light sweet crude down 41 cents, $46.91 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 1 tick, 126.02. 30-year bond up 7 ticks, 154.05. King dollar, toasted, roasted, all of the above, folks. Down 483 ticks, 94.105. Now, a king dollar went down actually 1,000 ticks from its highs to its lows out here. Big number, folks. King dollar is building cause to get down to the 92 to 91 area. The euro's trading at 116 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is out here at 111 to the U.S. dollar. Almost 112, actually. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, what do you have? We're at a new all-time high. You're up there with no volume. Bottom line, SPY's at 247.04. You did 41 million shares. We go over with the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. Dow had a sideways move out here today. Dow also really right next to an all-time high, 21,611. The composite, we're going to be, let me just see, I don't believe Microsoft come out yet, but Microsoft comes out maybe it did. Let's see. Yeah, they just come out. Okay, so Microsoft, number goes like this on Microsoft. The estimate was $24.3 billion. They come out with $24.7 billion. That's their revenue. Number-wise, the estimate was 71 cents. They came in with 98 cents. Big number. Microsoft closed at $74.24. That right now is trading at $75.57, and that is moving around the NASDAQ futures. So let's go take a look at this. So the NQs, they're going to be bouncing around too because it depends on Intuitive Surgical if they come out. So the NQs coming into the close it just popped them a little, nothing heavy. Well, it popped them up by about another 4 points. ISRG, let's see Intuitive Surgical. Intuitive Surgical right now, that hasn't come out yet. So we'll see whether that comes out. Oh, no, that's out. Okay. So Intuitive Surgical, the estimate was $5.79 billion. They come in with $5.9 billion. That was the earnings per share. No, I'm sorry. The estimate was earnings per share, $5.79. They come in with $5.95. Revenue estimate was $722 million. They did $756. So that, they also come in with good numbers. It's pushing it down $3. No big deal. Those are the two equities that no doubt could and did. Microsoft, the one that pushed that NQ around a bit. So let's go over to the composite first. NASDAQ composite. NASDAQ composite out here also at an all-time high, 63.90. The NDX is the closest to the high still. The high is taken out. That number is 58.97. You're at 59.21. So bottom line, the three Qs, same correlation inside the Qs. Qs right now, 144.17. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here had price spread, rejected lower price, has volume. Coming into a Friday, it's going to be intriguing. We did 262,000 contracts, and we're at 1243. So we have game here to 1260. We can see 1260 tomorrow. You know, we get Friday, and what is that going to be about? Well, here, let's go right over to the dollar. So the dollar index, folks, DXU 7. This thing got toasted, roasted, all of the above. This has been a one-way trade. I mean, you're talking about $103 right down to 94. We hit 93.89 today. And, you know, what does happen when you get this type of move lower and with a head of steam, you can see that it was getting its head of steam like 3 days ago. Well, you can make the case that it's been a head of steam all the way down, but this thing really did accelerate pretty quickly. So your next move, I suspect down here, you get the 93, and then you swing low out here that it has held twice since the first low was established May of 2015. The number you're talking here is 91,880. And if you don't hold that 91,880, now what happens here is also is this. There's no support there, really. Now, this is the bottom of the range, but this bottom of the range, it was a spike low. Your actual support is kind of right where we are right now. It's like 93,300 to 93, let's say 300 to 400. So 700 ticks lower is actually the support. You break that, and your probability is pretty good that, you know, because it only traded 1 day down at 91,880. Note market, what do we have with the note market? Notes continue to want to go higher. Notes out here just want higher price. We're at 126.02. Bottom line, these notes want 127.08. If we take a look at the 10-year right now is at 2.2. We go back the last 3 months, the low is 2.1, the high is 2.4. You go take the last 6 months inside the 10-year, 2.1 to 2.6. So you can see we are at the lower end of the last 6 months in the 10-year, which affect mortgage rates. So bottom line is that you get a mortgage, want to refinance it, all of the above, go do it, folks, because the bottom line, the number's there. That's what this shakes out as. And that's what the Fed going up on short-term rates. And bottom line, the Fed may want to, well, actually, the Fed fund futures right now, folks, is saying that they're not going to be going up. The probability of them going up is not until March of next year. Before that, it's under 50%. Pretty wild. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some more numbers for you. Dow finished down 28. NASDAQ up 4. S&P's flat. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Trading is different than investing, but the opportunity to take advantage of short-term trends is only one if you get the direction right. Direction leveraged and inverse ETFs offer bold trades on U.S. and international stocks and bonds. Direction leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished down 28, NASDAQ up 4, S&P's flat. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Thursday. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you go right to the front of the carousel. You're going to see the opening call 2-series webinar. It was August 16th. Now, Basil does a great show right here at TFNN every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. If you are a subscriber of his opening call, you're going to be in both of these webinars. It's a 2-series webinar. The first one's going to be Wednesday, August 2nd, 5 to 6:30. The second one is going to be August 16th, 5 to 6:30. He's going to be talking about, can sector rotation buoy this market into 2018. 2018. I can't believe we're talking about 2018. It's pretty amazing. Bottom line, folks, if you are not a subscriber of Basil's, you can be right now. You go over, you go into that ordering page, you get a 30-day free trial. As you get the 30-day free trial, of course, you're going to be inside the webinar. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing good, man, but when I'm reading the description, it's hard to believe that, yeah, we're going to start talking about 2018. But
we're into the second half of the year. It's incredible how quickly that went.
That really is. It's pretty amazing, man. Pretty amazing. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, here, let's talk about your webinar first.
Yeah. So, within the context of the webinar, there are a number of factors that I'm going to be dealing with, and what's really quite exciting about this is that the candle for July, you can see here in the Dow chart, this is the candle right there, the very last one. That'll be concluded. So the way I've got this set up at this particular point, if you look at the technicals, and that's going to be a big part of this, within the context of the market having held so well, but constantly, since the summer of 2010, there's been this rotation. Every time we thought there'd be a very sharp pullback, I mean, once we had a 22% pullback, and that was back in 2011, and since then we haven't had very much in percentage terms. And what I'm going to be showing is the chart formations. We'll start off in the webinar on August the 2nd, talking about sectors that have done extremely well, that now look quite, maybe not tired, but they look as if they could take a break. And because through the last 5 or 6 years, you've seen that every time the market was ready for a pullback, one of those sectors that had been just terrible, like the IBB,
Right.
NASDAQ, Biotech, suddenly it came alive for a nice bounce, but it was only a bounce. It didn't go to new highs, and then it settled down. But the fact that it can rotate that way, and there are enough stocks in the different indices that would be impacted positively if even just a handful went up quite sharply. That's what we're going to discuss, and we're going to look at certain stocks and stock sectors. In fact, from our opening call, we've already started looking at what I'm hoping, I think that they will be longer term moves to the upside.
Okay.
So that we're already looking at those stocks. And then what I'm going to do is from August the 2nd, we'll do the webinar saying these are the indices and the indexes and the stocks that have done very well. These are the ones that haven't. This is a possible rotation. And if that rotation works the way it has traditionally, then overall the market should hold fairly well. But we want to look at the sectors that can do nicely in such a situation, as well as the ones that are vulnerable, because there are people that like to short. Now, that's in the first webinar. Then what will happen is they'll be getting my newsletter, and every day I'll be going through. I did this in the last webinar as well. We had a couple of stocks that we focused on, just looking at the Chapman wave techniques and how they worked, and we had some real nice rallies in those stocks. Now, what I'll do this time is that we'll be going every single day after the webinar. We'll be looking at particular stocks, how they're doing, what we would like to buy. And then comes the second webinar 2 weeks later. We're going to look at those chart formations, look at those stocks and say, now going ahead, this is what we will anticipate because dailies usually lead to weeklies and weeklies lead to monthlies.
Yes.
In terms of the time frames, that's what we'll be looking at. So it's going to be a really practical, hands-on type of webinar. It's very much less theoretical.
It sounds like you get the sector rotation, you get to understand how the Chapman wave is, and then you get the newsletter for a month too, right?
Correct, yes. And what's fascinating about the timing of this is that because if you look at the Dow chart here in the monthly, this is leg E, but there was a very quick D to leg E. If you look at the S&P, SPX.X, if you look at the S&P, you're looking at the same sort of thing, except that the S&P is one letter behind. It's in leg D. Now, in the Chapman wave methodology, we're always looking. Let me just pull this across here for those who are new to my work. The objective in the Chapman wave is to always look for 4 higher peaks, and at that 4th highest peak, other things can happen. We alphabetize at peak A, peak B, peak C, peak D. So here we are in the S&P. I'm not sure why that's gone funny, but this monthly chart is in D. The weekly is in D, and the daily, for some reason, is not coming up right now, but that is in C. Okay. So I'm anticipating that sometime next week we will see some kind of a pullback. We've already seen the Dows now, which was acting very well. The Dow is starting to weaken a little bit, and what we've got is, within the context of the markets, you've got the rotation through different sectors, and the QQQs now have been leading, and they've had a very strong move to the upside. So
and all the big tech stocks are going to start. Well, Microsoft just started today.
So now Microsoft has come out with earnings, right?
Yes, they just come out. So Microsoft closed at 74.22. It's trading 74.95. But that's the beginning. Like next week, you're talking big numbers. You're talking the big caps. NASDAQ 100 stocks coming out.
So I'm not sure why my daily chart is not coming up, but this is, of course, the time that suddenly it fails. But I'm looking at a leg E in the weekly chart and a leg D in the monthly. So there is no signal yet in the QQQ right at this time because they've been doing very well. And the MACD and stochastic have actually accelerated somewhat over the last couple of days. So that's giving some buoyancy. And that's this whole rotational thing that we've been looking at. How does one sector manage to hold up while other sectors that you think are going to be okay pull back? And then how does the index itself hold quite well?
Yes.
So I think earnings come out for Visa. Gee, I'm not sure why this left side.
Yeah, Visa just come out too. So Visa closed at 98. It's trading 99.27. They made the numbers too.
Okay, so both of them were in the daily chart, still a little more to go. But in the weekly chart, you'll see leg E up in the weekly chart of Visa and leg D in the monthly. So this is a fantastic time because in the monthly charts, when we get to that D, that peak D and peak E, that's where we start to say, okay, is this the time that we're going to start to see some kind of a pullback? So we've got, what have we got, a little less than 2 weeks to go, and then we'll be looking at these charts with the candles that have formed, what's anticipated, what has been working. What's fascinating is, I spoke to you about this about 2 weeks ago. We had bought General Motors, and in the 34s, it's now 36.5. And all of a sudden, we're looking at the autos doing very well. This is part of that whole sector rotation. So this is going to be an exciting webinar because we're looking at the ones that hadn't performed before, could be doing well this coming few months.
You can
Exciting.
come right over to our website, folks. You'll see it right in the very front. Sign up 30 days, absolutely free. You're going to get the webinar. Of course, listen to them tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock. Basil, thanks so much. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Thank you, John. You too.
Stay right there, folks. Coming right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at Microsoft first, see what Microsoft has to say. So Microsoft closed at $74.22. It's trading at $75 right now. The numbers, let's see what they have here. So Microsoft reported adjusted earnings per share for the fourth quarter that beat the highest analyst estimates. The estimate, folks, was 71 cents. They made 98. Their revenue estimate was $24.29 billion. They came in with $24.7 billion. Total unearned revenue was $44.5 billion. Holy cow, that's pretty intense. Now, what that is, that's, folks, that's from all the cash they have. Oh, my God, unreal. Capital expenditure was $2.2 billion. The rest of it was $2.7 billion. Now that gets intriguing. So watch this, folks. So the estimate for capital expenditure was $2.76 billion. They only did $2.25. So that's $500 million that they didn't spend. That goes into the bottom line. Cloud revenue, the estimate was $7.3 billion. They did $7.43 billion. Now, the cloud revenue, that's a really good number because if you remember, IBM came out yesterday, and the cloud is growing exponentially, folks. And Microsoft's in it big, Google's in it big, and the king, of course, is Amazon. IBM wants to be in it big, but IBM actually did a negative 5.1% in their cloud revenue. Personal computing revenue, the estimate was $8.55 billion. They came in with $8.82. Business process and production, estimate was $8.32 billion. They came in at $8.45. Big numbers, right across. You can see that. That's right across all segments. ISRG, Intuitive Surgical. Intuitive Surgical closed at $971. That's trading. Oh, this is all over the place. Let me just give me one more minute because what happened here, folks, is that it was trading at $971. It's printing $985, but yet a $966 just went through. No, it's printing $980. Okay, so we're printing $980, $985. Let's see how these numbers shake out. So the estimate in Intuitive Surgical earnings per share was $5.79. They came in at $5.95. Revenue estimate was $722 million. They came in at $756. Their growth, look at that. Holy cow. Their growth, folks, is 16%. They placed 166 Da Vinci surgical systems. Big numbers. Big numbers. Okay, so let's go. Let's see. SWKS. This will be an interesting one. Let's see if this is out yet. This is Skyworks. That closed at 107. That is trading at 103. The reason this is an interesting one, folks, this is one of Apple's largest suppliers. Let's see what they have to say. So, Skyworks, the earnings per share, the estimate was $1.52. They came in with $1.57. Revenue estimate, $890 rather. They came in with $900. Earnings estimate was $1.73. They came in at $1.75. Fourth quarter revenue, the estimate was, this is the next quarter now. Estimate is $973 million. They figure they're going to do $980. There's not much there. So the market is looking at that, and this is what the market's looking at here. See the next quarter? Apple's building this phone right now, and it's like, okay, why aren't there more orders here? That's what's going on in that equity right now. And let me go over to Apple for a second. I'm just curious if they're bidding Apple down on this news. No, they're not. Apple closed at $150.34. It's still at that. It was down 68 cents for the day, though. Visa come out with numbers. Visa closed at $98.11. That's trading up about 80 cents right now. Let's see what they have to say. Whoops, I don't want that one. I want the condensed version right here. Yeah. Okay, so the estimate was $4.36 billion. They come in at $4.6. Their growth, look at this growth. Oh, my God. Their growth is 38%, folks. You know what they did? Listen to this number. You talk about a credit card business. And you know what's happening now, folks, is that what Visa is doing also is that they're paying certain merchants just to accept credit cards, no cash, and they're paying them bonuses. This just started a couple weeks ago, but you're going to see more of that. So picture they did in 90 days $1.86 trillion. Trillion. Payment volume. That's what that is. Unbelievable. That's intense. Third quarter, the earnings per share, the estimate was 81 cents. They made 86. They see 20% growth this year. Big number, man. Holy cow. That is one monster number. Let's see. Let's go to Capital One, see if Capital One came out yet. Capital One closed at 81. That's trading 84. I guess they came out. Let's see what they have to say. Whoops. Okay, so Capital One. See if I can get the condensed version again. This is pretty cool. Today, you can see Bloomberg was pretty quick on these condensed versions. The condensed versions were sweet, but this one's not going to be a condensed version. Let's see what they have to say. So, well, I'm going to move on. I'll come back to that one, folks, but I can't find a quick rundown on it. That's what's going on. eBay closed at $37. That is trading down. That's at $34.87. And numbers on eBay go like this. Earnings per share, was 40. Third quarter earnings per share, estimate was 48 cents. They're looking at 46. They're projecting forward right now. They see third quarter revenue at $2.35 billion to $2.39. That is from 2.3 to 2.37. So that's up slightly. The fiscal year, the estimate was 9.42. Right now they're figuring it right in the middle, 9.3 to 9.5. Oh, here's the second. No, it's interesting that what eBay does, folks. eBay's given ranges, even though they just come out with the number. Second quarter net revenue, $2.33 billion. The estimate was $2.31 billion. The gross merchandise volume was $21.47 billion. Marketplace gross merchandise value was $20.5 billion. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials closed down 28. NASDAQ up 4. S&P's flat. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
We go back to Capital One, get the numbers on Capital One here. So the estimate on Capital One, folks, was $1.90 earnings per share. They made not $1.96. Look at this. Now, this is what banks are hoping for as short-term rates are going up. And, of course, short-term rates and long-term rates have been, well, the Fed put short-term rates up, but the market's keeping short-term rates lower, meaning the 10-year as well as the 30-year. Capital One, their net interest margin is 6.88%. That is one monster number. Net revenue, the estimate was $6.6 billion. They took in $6.7 billion. Their net interest income was $5.47 billion. Their non-interest income was $1.23 billion. Their provision for credit losses was $1.8 billion. Loans held for investment was $244 billion. Big numbers, man. No two ways about that. And Capital One closed at $81. That right now is trading at $84. And this is down from $95. But bottom line, big numbers. Visa, of course, hit numbers. And what's pretty impressive with the Visa number, no doubt, is the transaction volume. 1 point something trillion in transactions they did. MasterCard closed at $128.47. That's trading up to $129. That's trading up a buck. MasterCard doesn't come out with numbers until the 27th of July. ATHN, Athenahealth. Let's take a look at Athenahealth. Athenahealth closed at $143. This is a rocket ship. This is at $159. That is one big number. Let me look at this for a second. So your high is 170, but they're up $10. Let's see what they have to say. The revenue estimate was $298 million. They took in $301. Earnings per share estimate was 39 cents. They took in 51 cents. They're reaffirming their guidance. Bottom line is that, let's see what else they have to say. ATHN. This one I want to read what's going on because there's no doubt. So let's see. 15% revenue growth. They're expanding their operating margin. They're reaffirming their 2017 financial outlook. Over the past 20, let's see. So this is the software provider. Total revenue for the 3 months ended was $301 million compared to $261 in the same period last year. That's an expansion of 15%. Their gross margin was 52.2%. That is up also. It was 49.3% in the same period last year. The service automation rate, formerly referred to as the non-GAAP gross margin was 64.2. Now it is 62.8. So that went down a few. Operating income was up 4.1%. Net income, net income 9.9 million compared to a loss of 1.9 million last year. So big numbers all right across the range. NRV, now this one's not out with numbers, but NVR rather, NVR. So this NVR, folks, is one of the, they build, market, do banking activities, all the above. They do them under a lot of different names. I believe PHDC, I believe this is Buffett owns the big deal in this. BlackRock, yeah, maybe not. No, BlackRock, Vanguard, I don't see them in here. Okay, so this equity trades at $2,447. Big number. These, okay, so let's read this. They build, market homes, conduct mortgage banking activities. The company holds builds single-family detached homes, townhouses, condominium buildings under the Ryan Homes, NV Homes, and other trade names. Let's see what they take in. So this is a big number, no doubt. Wow. So they're doing 6.5 billion right now. They do 5.7 billion in the home building business, 113 million in the mortgage business. They're spread out. Mid-Atlantic, they do 3.3 billion. Mid-East, 1.2. Those are the biggest ones. Southeast, 734 million. Northeast, 462. Bottom line, folks, is that, let's say BZH. I think Beazer Homes come out with numbers, too. So Beazer closed at $13.41. Let me see if they come out. No, that's the 8th, the 1st. But, you know, these interest rates, they're going to have a hard time going up on these rates. Rates stay low. Housing, the intriguing thing about housing is that we've had low rates now. We're 10 years away from the crash. We've had low rates for that whole time. And we're still under approximately 40 to 45% of the amount of houses that normally get built. So that, if the rates stay low inside the home building business, folks, that's saying that that's going to be there for quite a while. Because what you do have is that people need housing. You know, that's the bottom line. We go take a look at Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers right now is trading at $39. You know, the high in 2005 was 58. Hasn't reached that high yet. You're consolidating now. It looks like you're consolidating to basically make a run for that because this is creeping over its last highs that were out there. Let's go take a look at, here, I want to do this. Since we're in that business right now, here, we'll look at one other home builder, but I want to go into Lowe's and Home Depot because they both got hit out here today. If we go into, let's go into William Lyons. Well, actually, let's see who's, TriPoint, they're up 10% for the year. Taylor Morrison, yeah, let's go into William Lyons. That's WLH. So WLH. They just do it throughout the United States. I was looking for local, what sectors, I mean, what part of the country they were actually building in. So William Lyons is up trading 23. Okay, so let's go to Home Depot. Home Depot today, folks, was down $6.27. This started with Sherwin-Williams because when they came out with numbers, bottom line is that the numbers weren't there. Home Depot basically came down fast, hard, furious, with conviction. And if we take a look at this, you know, this has been a one-way trade. You know, Home Depot in 2011 was at $28, runs up to $160, $160. And if we bring this back and we take a look at it, You know, it looks to me like Home Depot, some way to look at it is about 131. We're at 147. We go into Lowe's. We take a look at Lowe's. Lowe's come down hard. Now, Lowe's has been coming down. That's down from 86. Went down $4 today. You're at 72. Lowe's looks like it's going to go to the bottom of its consolidation, which is 64. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White has just announced a new online course that he'll be premiering to his subscribers the evening of July 26th, The Next Wild Wild West of Computing. Machine learning will be the biggest growth area for tech companies in the next 10 years. Make sure you're ready to capitalize on that opportunity. With over 50 types of algorithms and growing, Dave White will tell you why there are so many areas for companies to apply this to their business to both sell and consume. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to either of Dave's newsletters, Path of Least Resistance and The Technology Insider, as well as get a 30-day money-back guarantee when ordering Timing the Trade charts. Don't miss out on the next Wild Wild West of computing as it premieres July 26th for all subscribers to Dave White services. For all the details and to sign up today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Let's finish up with Lowe's out here. So Lowe's also got hit. That was down 427. This little baby has been down. This is down from 86. It started out this morning at 76. We take this and we take a look at this. You have, this is going to way to 64. So we'll see how that shakes out when it gets down to 64 to 62. And the culprit out here this morning was inside Sherwin-Williams. So Sherwin-Williams, let's see. Sherwin-Williams, that's, of course, the paint company. The low's 239. The high is 362. This came out with numbers. This came down to a price point of 337 today. Ended up closing at 350. So let's just see exactly what they said. So when they came out with numbers, the estimate, the net sales was $3.7 billion. That was the estimate. They come out with the estimate, $3.7 billion, $3.7 billion, but that's not good enough. There's no two ways about that. There's something else that's underneath this, man. Let's see if we can find what else was underneath this. You had... Okay, so here it is. Sherwin-Williams reduced its full-year profit outlook because of costs related to its $9.3 billion acquisition of Valspar Corporation, sending shares plunging in early trading. Earnings will rise to $12.30 to $12.70 a share in 2017, the Cleveland-based company said Thursday. The forecast included an expense of $2.50 a share related to the purchase, which will be partially offset by a gain of 75 cents to 95 cents from Valspar operations. The outlook caught analysts and investors by surprise. Analysts had anticipated a full-year profit of $14.75. The Valspar deal, which closed June 1st, propelled Sherwin past PBG Industries as the largest paint and coating maker. Sherwin, whose brands include Mini Wax, Wood Finish, agreed in April to sell Valspar's North American wood coatings business. Sherwin also reported second quarter earnings that trailed expectations because of lower than anticipated sales at company-owned stores. Well, we're buying enough paint, that's for sure. You know, I was talking about this before in the aspect, though, of Lowe's, Sherwin-Williams, Home Depot. And what it is, folks, is this. So picture, the crash was 10 years ago. You know, you had first 2 or 3 years no one would touch housing. After that, you had plenty of individuals, funds, ourselves, buying lots of houses, doing them over, right? The bulk of that is done. There's no doubt. We're building new houses now. And yeah, you need new paint for new houses, but guess what? The bottom line, we had done 50 houses in 3 years. You don't build, well, I can't build 50 houses in 3 years. I can build maybe 30. Bottom line is that the bulk of all those houses that were there that needed work, I suspect, got done. So that expansion got done. It would make sense that that thing would pull back a bit, You stay right there, folks. Our man, Mr. Andy Heck's going to be coming up next, growling and prowling with you. And don't forget, folks, right on your cell phone, if you ever test drove Tiger TV, just on your cell phone, go to TFNN.com, right on the right-hand side here, Tiger TV. Have a great one. Have a safe one, folks. Always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and have a blast with it, folks. This is it. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.